There is an old saying, "Beware of Greeks bearing gifts." This saying comes from the legend of the Trojan horse. As the story goes, there was an ancient city-state, Troy, on the coast of Turkey, across the sea from Sparta. At one time, long ago, Troy and the other surrounding Greek city-states got along well with little conflict. During the time period of this story, however, Troy was involved in a 10-year war with the Greeks. For protection, they had built a giant wall around the city. Some parts were 20 feet high. The Trojan warriors would stand upon the wall and shoot arrows down on the people that were trying to break into the city. The Greek warriors had been trying to break into the Trojans' walls for the entire 10 years of war. The Greeks could not find a way in, and the Trojans were not able to drive the Greeks away. Odysseus, a Greek general, had an idea. His plan was to build a horse, a huge wooden horse, and leave it outside the gate. Then, the entire Greek army would pretend to leave, as if they had finally admitted defeat. There was a catch. The horse would be hollow, and there would be 30 Greek warriors hiding inside. And that is exactly what they did. When the Trojans woke up the next morning, they were all celebrating, believing the Greeks had finally given up and left. When they saw the giant wooden horse, they were not sure if it was meant to be a gift or if they should set fire to the statue. As the Trojans were debating what to do with the horse, a Trojan patrol returned to the city, and they brought a prisoner with them. The prisoner was a Greek named Sinon, whom the army had left behind. The Trojan guards yelled out to poke Sinon with their bronze spears until he told them the truth about the horse. "No, please, don't harm me," yelled Sinon. "I will gladly tell you everything you want to know, for the cruel Odysseus is no more a friend of mine than he is of you." So the Trojans decided to listen to what Sinon had to say. Sinon told the Trojans that the Greeks had tried to leave many times throughout the 10 years, but that a terrible storm would come through the sea every time, making it impossible for them to go home. Sinon told the Trojans, "Now, 10 years later, as we were waiting for a wind to take us back home, Odysseus came up with another plan." "I know," Odysseus said. "Let's sacrifice the most useless of men among us. No one will miss Sinon. Let's give the gods the life of a man, and you'll see, they will send us a fair wind to blow us swiftly home." Sinon told them that before Odysseus sent his guards to find him and sacrifice him, he had heard rumors and fled to hide in the woods. The Greeks came up with another plan to please the gods. "The giant wooden horse in front of you," Sinon told the Trojan crowds. "This magnificent wooden horse is their offering, to say how sorry they are for all of the destruction they have caused in the last 10 years. Bring it inside your walls before night falls, because there is gold and treasure hidden deep inside the belly of the wooden horse." When the Trojans heard Sinon's tale, they were so greedy for the treasure, they believed his lies. The Trojans brought ropes to pull the statue through the gates of their city that had been protected for so many years. All the Trojan people rejoiced throughout the city, partying late into the night. Sinon had been set free from the guards. No one noticed that he had lit a fire on the shore. It was supposed to be a signal to the Greek army that the wooden horse was now within the walls of Troy. Sinon returned to the city and opened up a secret door in the belly of the horse. The Greek soldiers, who had been hiding in there the entire time, let down a long rope, and they were led to the ground by Odysseus. He was the first of them to stand in the city's central square of Troy. It was not long before the Greek soldiers had surprised the guards on the main gates and along the wall of Troy and killed them. Soon the gates were wide open for the first time in 10 years, and the Greek army surged into Troy. The Trojans were asleep and in no way ready to fight. The Greeks destroyed the entire city, and that was the fall of Troy.